You like your cricket, Piers, as well, don't you?
Yeah, I love it.
How was it that day when you was in the nets here? I mean, that must have been the most scary thing I could think of doing.
You know, it was one of those things. It seemed like a good idea when I was firing off, because what the context was, they lost 3-0 before we got there. So by the time I got to Australia, I was steaming with fury. This was all over before we'd even got out there. And two tests left, Melbourne and Sydney. So I went on Twitter and started giving it to the English batsmen about how gutless they'd been against Mitchell Johnson, who'd been terrorising them. Anyway, Bret Lee pipes back at me, "Do you think you could do better, mate?" And I went, "Yeah, anytime." He said, "Really? Would you fancy facing me in a net?" I went, "Absolutely." No. Put my phone down, and my kids were like, "What have you done?" Bret Lee organised it, and then I thought it'd be like 100 people out the back, a bit of a laugh. He'd go easy on me.
It was packed.
10,000 people came out the back. It was like Gladiator. And the Aussie Test team came out, led by Mitchell Johnson, who bear hugged Bret Lee. Then the TV cameras arrived, Channel 9 in Australia and Sky here, both did it live. My sister later called it. She said, "Oh my God, it was like watching a public stoning." And, and I'd had some warm-ups and was feeling all right. I used to play a lot of league cricket where you face bowlers up to maybe early, 83, 84 miles an hour. So quick, but not that quick. Bret Lee was still playing in the Big Bash and was being timed at nearly 100 miles an hour. And so any sense that he might go easy was killed by the fact this crowd arrived. Then the Aussie Test players arrived. Then the TV cameras arrived. Shane Warne's there, Mark Nicholas, Michael Vaughan. And this is now serious. And he's like going to prove his point, which is, you think this is easy. And the first ball we came in, I didn't see any of them. And it crashed into my... I'd had dinner with Viv Richards the night before. And he said to me, "Man, you got to take the battle to him, man. Go down the track. That's easier said than done. If you give Richards, you can go down the track to Bret Lee. If you're me, who hasn't played league cricket in 8 years, you can't do that." So I went down, and you see me advancing towards him. And he then spears me. And afterwards he said, "Oh, mate, it's like when a shark sees blood moving in the water. It just, follow it." And anyway, the first one smashed my wrist. I thought he'd broken it. Then I knew I was in a world of pain where I would not see any of the balls. He was pumped up and coming at me, trying to kill me. The second one, I dived for cover. The third one broke my rib, clean fracture. The fourth one hit the broken rib. And it cracked. We both had headsets on, and he came running down and went, "Oh, mate, did you hear that one crack?" Then Shane Warne told him, "You got to give it one to hit." So he yorked me, obviously, smashing the stumps. And then the sixth one, he hit me again just for good measure. So I was hit 4 times, broke a rib. Actually had the rib broken twice because he hit it again. And then, absolute agony. However, once I knew I wasn't actually dead, it was obviously one of the most exhilarating things that any club cricketer, I've loved cricket all my life, to actually have that experience and survive it will go down as one of the all-time great experiences of my life. And I went back in the stadium, barely able to walk, bruises everywhere. All the Brits were giving it what a wanker, embarrassed your country. All the Aussies all stood up and cheered.
Yeah, they did.
And one of them went, "At last, a bloody pond with some guts around here."